get started?
All right, I'm getting started. Matthew is getting his guitar for some mysterious reason.
Because it's Friday. And Papa Bear plays guitar on Friday.
Oh. We were told... Oh, here we are. No wonder I couldn't find anyone because I was on the old chat, not the new chat. Hi, El Puppy.
El Puppy, we talked about you on the last show. It was really wrong of you to include those puppies. It melted my heart in a way I wasn't prepared for. It made me sad, but also happy. This song needs a better tune.
Oh,
all right, so
I thought that tune was
we
pretty
got
good.
halfway through the presentation of
Yes.
reader-submitted research. El Puppy, we presented your and H Puppy's research already. Sorry, bad planning on our part.
Yes, that
your
was
research
poor
was
planning.
excellent, except for the puppies, which were completely unwelcome, and I'm furious about. So let's see what's happening here on the Real McCoys. Oh, look what I figured out, you guys. The Real McCoys. All right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
The Real McCoys Jackety Dance In.
Oh.
Get it?
It's like a dance in. Like
We're going to dance in. Okay?
What's another thing that you do in like a sleep in?
Sleep in, a sit in.
Sit in.
Sometimes when you're protesting something,
Yes.
you do a sit in where you just sit down and you won't move until they do what you want them to. What does that say?
Cordial greetings.
Hello. Top of the morning to ya. It's really
Jolly
more like
good day,
top of the afternoon.
sir.
What does that say?
Matthew officially drops his lawsuit against El Puppy on the grounds that she was actually doing jackety dance-ins. Oh,
El
you
Puppy,
just were confused, Matthew.
I'm willing to accept that it's possible that you were doing jackety dance-ins instead of jackety dance-sons. All you need to do is write to me a sworn affidavit that is stamped by a notary public and witnessed by at least 3 people in the great state of Kansas. And send it to me. Okay, that's what I would like. That's what I require. But by the great state of Kansas, I could mean Kansas or Missouri, based on my shirt the other day. So that gives you a little bit more leeway. Please have it sent by certified mail, and my attorney Slim will review it, and we will get back to you soon to know whether you're completely off the hook. But I'm willing to express a little bit of contrition based on my earlier strongly worded show my research, we did El Puppy,
you're gonna have to go look
you're
at
gonna have to look at the other show
video.
that was short-sighted of us. I'm sorry. If there's time at the end, we'll show it again. All right, so where are we, Robbie Bear?
Okay, so we were at
Principal
Schaefer's
research.
research,
Okay.
which was the here we go, where we learned about the Felix Baumgartner
experiment,
jumping from the balloon off of the top of the
gratuitous
world.
display of masculinity. All right.
I don't know if that's
It was pretty
masculinity
cool.
or just.
All right, Robbie.
I mean, it was pretty cool. I'll try to keep my opinions to myself.
You're not succeeding at all in that respect.
All right, so that was that video, and then
we had Optimus Prime. Okay.
There we go.
Oh.
The world's largest balloon animal.
Holy cow.
Was I mean, it's funny because it's shaped like a balloon animal, but it's made out of a lot of balloons.
Why is he lying down? I want him to stand up.
I know.
Why is he lying
down? Because it's too heavy to stand upright.
I feel like you need to build a balloon animal that can stand vertically.
I feel like that's a cheat, too.
Yeah,
I wonder if they had filled it entirely with helium.
Or with golf balls.
Not golf balls. It wouldn't have worked.
Golf balls could have supported themselves. 75 million golf balls? You fit inside that dog?
We're sort of, we're in the way of this. Is that
supposed to be a poodle? Is that what that is?
It's a balloon animal,
But is it a poodle? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what sort of animal is it?
It's a wiener dog.
You think it's a wiener dog?
I think so.
I think it's a poodle. That's why it has those big poofy ear things.
Yeah,
all right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 60 feet long and 35 feet tall. I mean, look at these little people down here.
But tall becomes a difficult thing to gauge when it's on its side.
The most amazing part is that he created it in 4 days.
Okay.
See here, the dog was built without a support structure, so it has to lay on its side. That's like a dog with no bones. Is that a dog?
But Ella thinks this makes it look more impressive, though. Oh, okay.
All right. We might disagree. Now, see, it says the balloon dog was only available to see for 6 hours because the helium can only last for so long.
Why did it need helium if it wasn't going to stand up?
Float?
I don't know.
I'm confused. And then what do they fill the balloons up with, like the Macy's Day Parade? That must be helium, right?
It must be. We need answers, Principal Schaefer. You
know.
are creating more confusion than, but also wonder.
Yes.
And also delight.
Yes.
And gratitude.
But
I don't mean to express anything
okay, so that was Ella's research, and she cited her sources, including her awesome dad, Grant.
Oh. Very good. Grant Schaefer, maker of my logo.
Which was funny because when she emailed us the information...
Oh, she called him something else, didn't she? Yeah.
She suggested that he was a little bit of a loser for sending in his information.
Yeah, so
his
which
homework
is it?
late last time.
Is it
you
awesomeness?
Could be both.
Or,
you can be
my
awesome.
family
and you
often
can
accuses
just,
me of being both things, so I get it.
And you can just not be good with deadlines. It's okay. All right, so now back to here.
Okay, good.
I also wanted to share an experiment that I think all of you guys can do.
Which is what? Yes, why can Optimus Prime stand up like that if that dog couldn't stand up? That's what I want to know. Maybe Optimus Prime is being held up with ropes
these look like
or something.
much bigger balloons, too. Yeah. And look, there's some weaving happening down in here. Look, see that weaving? Right. He's woven together.
Aha.
And I don't know how that's smaller than that.
I know. It's okay. You know what? We've asked for research, and we're not going to question the research.
Yes. All right.
So we did like your logo, El Puppy. Thank you. By we, I mean Robbie. Matthew thought it was awful. Awful.
Okay. So here we are again.
Okay.
So the next thing is something that was not submitted by Ella, but was posted on the internet by her mom.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
And so what they did was they took balloons. Yeah. And they dressed them up, water balloons. They dressed them up in little costumes, and then they popped them. And so look.
Oh my gosh.
And they took photos of them. So because if you catch it at the right moment, the water is still in the shape of the balloon, but the balloon itself.
What's interesting to me is that the rubber contracts much more quickly than the water loses its form.
Yes.
And that's why this works. And it's incredible. But boy, I wonder if they have a camera that takes incredibly fast shutter speed.
I just want to point out all of the ones that didn't work as well as this one, which was that.
Oh, well, I think that's still pretty cool looking.
I think it's still pretty cool looking. That one's pretty great.
That's neat. So did they dye the water in that one? Or is that the balloon on the other side that's making it look that way?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I bet it's the balloon.
Cool. So there.
Yeah.
I like that one, right? Yeah. So this is a fun project that you could do outside on a sunny day. I think you need a sunny day because you need a lot of light in order to make your camera work fast enough and for the water to shine.
So beautiful.
Didn't those turn out great?
Yeah, I love it.
And I like the ones that didn't work out so well. Yeah. But I also, this is my favorite one.
Why?
Look, they captured the next picture, at the exact moment when the balloon pops.
Okay, let's. Ooh!
Isn't that cool?
Wow!
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that was a super cool thing that I thought that you guys might be interested in seeing, and that you guys could maybe try at home and
But not inside.
Not inside.
Not in your living rooms.
Not inside.
Okay, be clear to your parents that we told you to do it outside.
And Principal Schaefer says it needs to be very, very sunny. Okay. And that they filled it with food coloring. So there you go. That helped.
All right.
Yes.
Well, that's a lot of effort, you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
All right.
Okay. So next we have Simon.
Hello, Simon.
Who told us about a man named Larry Walters.
Okay.
In July 2nd, 1982, a man named Larry Walters tied 45 helium weather balloons to a lawn chair.
Holy cow.
And rode it for 45 minutes to a height of 16,000 feet. I have some video.
Okay. Of this?
Yeah.
Really?
So I think ABC News or some news... well, here, finish. You finish.
On July 2nd, 1982, a man named Larry Walters tied 45 helium weather balloons to a lawn chair and rode it for 45 minutes to a height of 16,000 feet. He took off from San Pedro, California, and rode it 24 miles and eventually floated into restricted airspace.
That's bad.
Around LA International Airport. He originally intended to fly 300 miles west into the Mojave Desert, but the winds were not going in the right direction.
Wouldn't you figure out before you took off?
Right. On his way down, he became entangled in power lines.
Yes, that's bad.
But managed to climb safely down. Larry was subsequently fined $4,000 for violating restricted airspace.
Okay.
This falls into the category of don't this
Don't try this one at home.
This is a terrible idea. Terrible.
Okay, so I found some video. Okay. And basically this was... I think they did a news report. There's Peter,
Tom Brokaw.
There you go. Let's get him. Yeah. Okay. So they're talking about his trip.
Okay.
And here we go.
Was this him climbing down?
Walters had always dreamed of flying a balloon to a faraway place.
So this is him taking off.
From a friend who taped these scenes, he rigged 42 weather balloons to a lawn chair and filled them with helium.
What's going on with the
hoped to fly
lawn chair?
Across the mountains to the Mojave Desert, staying in touch with a CB radio.
Supplies and stuff?
Suddenly a cable broke and up he went with one emotion.
Uh-oh.
Fulfillment. I was on my way.
Oh, my goodness.
The first casualty, his glasses. They slipped overboard, leading to this radio transmission with his girlfriend.
Ron, cut him down. You gotta come down if you can't see. Cut him down.
I
perfectly. Don't worry.
You copy, over.
I copy. Are you sure you're okay? There's planes up there. We can hear him. Are you okay?
I can't believe it.
So he lost his glasses. The first thing that happened was he takes off because the cable breaks. This is such a slipshod
Oh, so he wasn't even supposed to be leaving at that time?
He wasn't even supposed to be leaving. His poor girlfriend is filming this on the ground. His glasses fall off, and she's like, oh my God, you can't see anything. You have to come back down.
Robbie's feeling particularly animated because this is the kind of thing I might do.
Oh my gosh.
And she's thinking I'm getting ideas right now.
This is a terrible idea, everyone. Right. I can't believe that he made it out alive and all that he got was a $4,000 fine.
I can't believe it either.
I don't know.
24 miles. I bet it was really beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, all right.
So anyway, you can find that video online if you want to watch the rest of it. I think there's a bunch of videos online about... I mean, you guys, I didn't realize that this balloon research was going to turn into such... I don't know. There's lots of fascinating things that happen with balloons. People are very creative, it turns out.
You guys are very creative. Thank you for finding all this information for us.
So much good information.
Are we done? Is there more?
I think we're done. We've gone through all of the balloon information that we got.
Okay, well, let's see what else might be on the agenda. Yes. I'm behind the guitar, so you're going to have to update the agenda. What does it say?
Matthew requests many jokes.
Oh, yeah. Guys, we need jokes. If I'm going to do the joke guitar thing, we need jokes. Do you have any jokes?
Well, El Puppy always starts with a joke.
But do we have enough jokes? We need a critical mass of jokes.
At 1:55, just so we know. 10 minutes she's going to have to leave a little bit
Let's see what else is on the agenda while we generate some jokes. Can you guys make some jokes for us?
Please make some
jokes.
What
does this say?
Thank you to Whalen, William, Kylie, El Puppy, Simon, Maris, and why am I having trouble?
It's a difficult job, Robbie.
And Ella, and Emily, and Abby.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, we never announced the winner in the last show because we never finished it. Now I'm sorry. I hope that the winner is still with us.
I hope so.
And shall we say, before we do, you guys haven't seen Robbie's finished illustration. It got a lot of... What's the matter?
No. We forgot.
Can you hold it up?
So many things.
Close enough. It is so much more developed than you guys saw yesterday. All the shine got added to the balloons.
So I put some shine onto the bicycle.
Got some details on the bicycle.
Had I even colored the bicycle in yesterday?
You had colored it in very preliminarily, but it didn't get any of its depth or detail.
On the balloons. Yeah. I think it turned out pretty well. Although just there when the camera was out of focus, it looked better.
Okay.
The shine looked shinier.
So anyway, you guys,
so there it is.
The winner will receive a print of this painting, and you guys right now, there is a hot bidding war erupting on the internet on eBay for this painting. It skyrocketed this morning. So Robbie will put up the link, but if you're interested in bidding, give it to your parents, whatever.
Now, here's the thing.
What's the thing?
This was a very, very difficult contest to judge.
I'm so glad I'm not the judge.
I know. I feel bad that I've been put in this position by myself.
Okay.
Because I think everybody did such an excellent job this week. I'm really, really impressed.
Everyone did a really good job. Robbie doesn't know how to make this decision.
However, I have made the decision.
However, she has decided, and she's going to tell you who the winner is. Now,
I declare the winner of Balloon Week.
The winner of Balloon Week.
To be.
The winner of Balloon Week. The winner of Balloon Week is.
Whalen. Congratulations, Whalen.
Whalen.
I love the pigeon that you drew so much. It just makes my heart sing.
We love you, Pigeon Whalen. We think you did a really good job. We're glad you drew a picture to go with your research. Yeah. 2 baguettes for you because you had a French name. These are symbolic baguettes, and I would like to give you some pain au chocolat, which is just bread with chocolate in a croissant, but it's so good.
So good.
Can't send you any right now, but know that someday I will buy one for you.
If we were in a siege, we would send a pigeon. We would send a pigeon with your pain au chocolat.
I like Whalen's understated response. He said, yay. He said, yay.
Yay.
Yay. He said, yay.
Yay.
Good job, Whalen.
Good job, Whalen.
But good job to the rest of you, too.
Yes.
I particularly liked all the things you did. Thank you, friends, for sharing your research with us.
So much excellent research and some pictures of puppies as well.
You guys worked so hard. You did such a good job.
You guys did work so hard and did so well.
Thank you.
You really did awesome.
Thank you.
I feel a little bit...
No, don't feel bad. We do this every week.
Okay.
There's a different winner every week.
Yes, everybody's
a
winner.
Have a chance. Can we keep going through the agenda? I think that might even have acknowledged some of the things that we want to say right now. What else do we have here?
We did our thank yous.
Yeah.
Re-announce the winner. We had to announce it for the first time.
Okay. What does that say?
Drink water. Auction. Announce auction. We did that.
What's that? Matthew sets jokes to music if there are jokes.
And answers to song.
And what does that say?
If time and interest allows, Robbie reads at least a little bit of chapter 15.
We thought about that. We denied you a little bit of Two's a Crowd yesterday. We're not sure if we're going to do any of that.
Yeah.
Do we have a critical mass of jokes that will allow us to go forward? Or should we just go do a little bit of Two's a Crowd to round out the week? Send you off into the weekend.
We have some jokes.
We also have to announce the next theme of the week.
Oh, we
have
do.
You decided upon one? I think we decided on one on the fly last week.
Yes. We have a couple suggestions.
What?
Well, we had manatees.
We had manatees suggestion.
We've had dinosaurs in the past.
That's
also,
a big one.
We had chalk art, which I think I would expand to just chalk.
Or art.
No.
Chalk.
Chalk.
Should we do chalk?
I think there's probably a lot to be learned about chalk.
Okay, guys, chalk.
And chalk is something that we never think about.
Chalk is the theme of the week. It means you're going to have to do an illustration of chalk. Are you excited about that? Do you want to think about an illustration? Maybe, Robbie, before you decide on the theme of the week?
Oh.
I was thinking guitars could be an interesting theme of the week.
Well, I liked chalk, the suggestion of chalk, because there was the opportunity for some people to make their own chalk drawings.
Do you guys have any... I would love that. That's true. You guys have chalk. You need chalk to make chalk drawings. Do you guys have any theme suggestions?
Yes.
So we're getting some requests to read.
Good.
Do you want to do a little reading?
Why don't we read while we wait for a couple more jokes, and then you guys can also think about chocolate as a theme.
Chocolate. Mm-hmm. Chocolate. Interesting. Chocolate and chalk.
Yeah. Amy's asking if my drawing could be done with chalk. That is not my strong suit.
No. We're gonna let Robbie stay in her natural environment. Don't put stress on Robbie. All right, chapter 14, missing persons.
Okay, I have to find chapter 14 over here.
Okay, you can do it, Robbie. I believe in you.
Okay.
And it's not a very long chapter, so I think we can do it. 248. Oh, no, it's pretty long. We'll just read half of it. Or some of it. We just want to give you a little bit of McCoys, you guys. This is supposedly the Real McCoys read-along.
I know.
All right. Oh, insects. That's a pretty interesting one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Manatees, insects.
Did you just do another silent burp?
Again, Robbie, drawing attention to the silent burps is the thing that makes them conspicuous.
Okay, what page are we on? Chapter 14, missing persons.
Yeah,
Got
248. Okay, you guys, I'm liking insects. I think that a lot of good research can come out of insects.
Yes.
It's such a big category.
I'm going to write down some of these, though, because I do think...
Chocolate, chalk, insects, manatees, guitars. Oh, El Puppy's getting some jokes for us here. Toothpaste.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay. Here we go, friends. Okay. Oh, you need to put the Real McCoys up here.
Okay, sorry.
Bobbledy books? There we go. All right, friends. Chapter 14, Missing Persons. I rush outside. There they are on the far bench, on the other side of the lake. Milton and Emily, Emily and Milton. Two of the most important people in my life, who are, at the moment, not in my life at all. When I get to the bench, Milton slams his notebook shut and looks at me like a vampire looks at the sunrise. Emily stares down at her knees as if her nose weighed 50 pounds. It's clear I'm not welcome, but I dig deep and put on my best Mr. Shine-inspired smile. Hello, Milton, I say. Hello, Emily. You are just the two people I wanted to see. I have nothing to say to you, says Milton. I understand that. And I wouldn't bother you if it weren't extremely important. But I have a serious problem, and I want to hire the two of you to solve it. Our caseload is full. Wait a second, says Emily. What about bylaw number 4? Milton must discuss with Emily before accepting or declining any cases. I'd like to hear what Moxie has to say. Milton looks like a puppy that's being lifted by the scruff of his neck and really wants to get its paws back on the floor. Ah, yes, bylaw 4. You make a good point, partner. Perhaps we do have time for one more case, but we demand payment up front. I glance over at the sign. I thought justice should be free. There are exceptions to every rule, says Milton, giving me a fierce look. Of course, I say, pulling out $1 and placing it in Milton's open palm. As he puts it in his pocket and hands 2 quarters to Emily, he looks at me as if to say, see how easy that was? Milton climbs up on the bench, which means we're standing pretty much eye to eye. Now, what seems to be the problem? He asks. It's a very serious problem, actually. I'm here to report a missing person. In fact, there are 2 people missing. When was the last time you saw the first missing person? Tuesday afternoon. He disappeared off the edge of a slippery roof. Milton looks up from his notebook. What happened? Well, I might have called him gnomish. It sounds like he had a pretty good reason to disappear. I can't argue with that, but a lot has changed since then. There's so much I'd like to tell him if he were here. What would you try to say if... What was his name again? Let's just call him my former partner. What would you say to your former partner if he were here? Well, if he were here, I'd say I'm really sorry I broke 4 bylaws, and that I didn't mean to be a bossy jerk, and that I've collected lots of evidence, but really need his great big brain to help me figure out what it all means. Milton's scowl has softened a bit, but not entirely, which is okay because I'm not quite done. I'd also tell him that even though it was pretty sneaky to build a fake lie detector and trick me into signing an irresistible document, I'm pretty sure he did it because he believes in me. And because he believes in us. Milton looks at me as if I've told most of a joke and he's waiting for the punchline. Finally, I'd want to tell him that if he'd give me a second chance, I really, really want to be his partner again. Because, let's face it, it's pretty much impossible to stand united all by yourself. Milton looks like he wants to say something, but can't quite get his mouth to open. I look at him like I've been paddling in his direction for a while now, and I feel like it's his turn to pick up an oar. We blink at each other. This boat is going nowhere. I hear Emily clear her throat. What about the other missing person? She asks. Her eyes are full of hope. First off, I say, she's the greatest and the best, from her perfect smile to her great big heart. She's good, she's kind, she's patient, and extremely loyal. What happened to her? It's hard to admit, but I pushed her away. Why? Because I was jealous and mad and acting like a big dumb baby. Emily looks at me like the first rays of sun coming up over the mountains really early in the morning. What would you say to this person if she were here? I'd say that if she ever had to miss my viola recital to visit her sick friend in the hospital, I'd forgive her in a second. That's very sweet and kind of weird. And that I'll never get mad at her again for keeping her promise to someone else, even if it means I can't get my hands on the piece of critical evidence I need to save the world. Because I know you just can't be in 2 places at once.
Oh, Bobby's leaving. Bye, oh, Bobby.
And because the world is hardly worth saving unless she and I are friends to begin with. At first, I'm extremely proud of myself for saying such wise things, but then I have an awful moment and realize I've learned them from awful Danny Dogood. Man, I'm good. Emily is smiling now, so I finish what I have to say. Finally, I would point out that I miss her more than anything, that I'm so sorry, that she is, was, my very best friend in the whole entire world. Don't worry, said Emily. She still is. I tumble into her open arms, and we have the single most satisfying hug in the history of hugs. Now Milton clears his throat. Ahem! I believe I have seen your missing partner. You have? I have. And while he appreciates your apology and might be willing to work with you again, he regrets to inform you that he already has an excellent partner. About that. I think I'm ready to retire, says Emily. I'm just not cut out to be a detective. Milton looks wounded. This is unexpected. I'm sorry, but questioning suspects gives me a jittery stomach. I'm going to let you guys get down to business. Emily gives me a warm smile and then walks off. Once she's safely out of earshot, I turn to Milton and say, I really missed you. John couldn't puzzle his way out of a box full of baby chicks. I've missed you too, he says. Emily is way too nice to do the dirty work. What do you mean? She didn't know how to persuade our clients to let us keep their letters, so I couldn't take a close look at them. And when people didn't want to reveal important information, she didn't know how to get them to talk. She wasn't, you. Hearing this is like getting an extra scoop of ice cream on top of my apple cobbler. All right, we're going to have to stop there, you guys. We will get the next half of the chapter next week. Sorry to make you wait for the exciting conclusion of chapter 14. Friends,
yes.
This has been an exciting week of balloons and discovery and
Taylor
crimes.
Ham.
Taylor Ham, a really excellent story about a dime named Penny.
Not a great story.
The greatest story about a dime named Penny that the world has ever seen.
That is
it's
true.
all
probably.
a matter of, it's possibly not, but it's certainly the greatest story about a ham-loving dime named Penny. I think that is where things got very specifically my territory to own. Mm-hmm. Guys, if you want to be the best at something, carve out a very, very narrow slice of the universe, and you can do that. So, in any case, yes, please.
I wanted to note.
Yes.
Have fun camping this weekend, Kylie.
Who? Kylie? That sounds where you go.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. You don't tell us where you're going. I'm not going to join you. But I'm just curious to know.
So, what's the theme for next week?
Oh, you going to make a spontaneous decision, Robbie?
I thought, did we not decide?
Oh, I think we did not decide. If we had decided, you would know with conviction what it was.
I thought.
Were you hoping that I would say with conviction what it was?
Ham says someone. That's a good idea.
I think we've had a lot of ham this week. You know what? When my Taylor ham arrives, maybe we'll devote our to potted meat products or something like that. So, what is we need to know? We need to know what's the.
I'm torn because I do think that there's a lot of interesting things about chalk.
Bears. There's lots of different kinds of bears. There's polar bears, there's
true.
grizzly bears, there's black bears, there's Robbie bears, there's Papa bears.
In third grade, my brother did a report called When is a Bear Not a Bear?
Oh, and when is a bear not a bear? Don't say, because it might be something that they find out. Do you want to do it? Do you want to tease next week's theme? Should we do bears? Should we do bears? Should we do bears?
Wow, we went from having all kinds of possibilities and then just
jam,
coming
like
up.
raspberry jam,
No,
strawberry
ham.
No, jam. It says jam. Do you want to do bears? Robbie, what do you want to do? You're in charge.
Yes,
You're the boss,
I'll do
Robbie.
Bears. Let's do bears because I would love to draw a bear.
The theme of the week is bears.
Bears. Next time, we're going to have this debate privately, ahead of time.
You guys.
So that you guys don't feel like...
There are so many monkey buttons. We've told you this before.
I know, so many monkey buttons.
Just so many. Tell us somebody. We're telling you right now.
We're telling you
now.
now.
The theme is bears. Get to it. Find the strangest, weirdest, most wonderful, most compelling, most captivating bear facts you can.
Thing.
What?
I know a lot about bears.
You do?
Because my last name is Bear.
Yeah, that means nothing. I know nothing about swans.
Anytime
my name is Swanson.
There was a research project in elementary school.
Yeah.
I usually did it on something related to bears.
That's funny. I never studied swans. You and I are different in that way. Friends?
Maybe it should be swans.
No.
Maybe it should be swans.
No, it's not swans. It's bears.
Swans?
Bears.
Bears.
Swans another time.
Bears.
I can't wait to learn about bears.
I'm going to write down swans for another time.
For another time. Thank you, friends. At 2 o'clock, we are going back to our monkey button lives.
Congratulations, Whalen.
Congratulations,
for winning
Whalen.
this week.
But congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations to everyone for teaching me all kinds of interesting things about balloons, about the Siege of Paris, about crazy people who go up in the sky attached to balloons, which seems like a terrible idea to me. Turns out it was a terrible idea, but somehow they survived with only a $4,000 fine.
Do not pin balloons full of paint to your wall and throw darts on them. Don't do that inside your house. Do not do Principal Schaefer's without asking your parents, okay?
Okay, that's
different. Can we say that?
I feel like that sounds like an amazing art project that will be super fun, and if you get the permission of your parent who doesn't mind messes, don't ask your parent who minds messes.
I don't like messes.
Ask your parent who doesn't mind messes.
It's the worst.
To see if you can do the balloon art project. Also,
I was in the middle of saying things that they shouldn't do.
Okay.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do Principal Schaefer's balloon experiment where you pop balloons inside your living room. Okay? There's no sun inside your living room. That's why you shouldn't do it.
You can do our balloon experiment that we spilled baking soda all over the table for.
Don't do that either. Don't do that either. Don't do anything that might make even the slightest mess.
Apparently we are the worst teachers ever because we're giving you all kinds of bad recommendations on things that you should not do.
Yeah, okay. Also, do not have a show based on theme of the week and then forget to come up with a theme for the next week. All right? I'm going to say goodbye now, friends. It's time.
I congratulate everyone too, Whalen. Thank you for your... what is it called?
His largesse, his magnanimity.
Magnanimity.
Good job with your magnanimity.
Yes.
goes work on the word magnanimity. Learning how to say it and what it means.
Magnanimity.
Robbie, this is the time when it's time to end the show.
We like
you
guys so much.
And you refuse to end the show.
Try not to click the end button.
All right? This is Aaron Stein's like, chippity choppity chip. Come on, end it. Come on, people got lives to leave.
Learn some stuff about bears this weekend,
Goodbye,
guys.
friends.
All right, bye.
Bye, see you on Monday.
Bye. Bye.